Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Vlad Trifa. I'm Chief Product Officer at Ambrosus. We work specifically with food industry and pharmaceutical industry, and we help them solve this very important problem. How do you ensure product trust in such a complex world? First, we're talking about counterfeiting. It's a massive issue, especially in the pharma industry. 10% of medicine you buy, especially in developing countries, comes from is essentially counterfeit. Then actually, the slides go very quickly, so I'll quickly discuss about them and then get back. The second aspect, what we're building is really an end-to-end blockchain solution to ensure the authenticity, integrity, provenance of products. And we build data storage. That's the most important. The core solution is how do you store a lot of data, the entire history of products over time, where they were made, how they came, not just the provenance, but also their quality. And what I mean by quality is if you take pharmaceutical, you want to make sure that a medicine has been transported in the right temperature, in the right conditions. How do you do that? How do you trust that information? So we're combining blockchain and Internet of Things, especially sensors, printed electronics, with our own R&D in that space, so that we can have every single medicine, every single product that is traced. You can follow its data, and all of that data is recorded onto the blockchain. The second aspect, which is also interesting, is the authenticity and provenance of the product. How do you guarantee it's not gray market? How do you guarantee that no one stole the product, replaced it by something fake or something that has lots of chemicals in it? How do you guarantee all of that? So the final aspect is once you get all that data flowing in from your supply chain, from every corner, you can suddenly start optimizing your supply chain. You have real-time data, you know where products are coming from, where they are in real time, where there's cargo, and you can start also providing compliance. And I think compliance in pharma and food industry is going to be a bigger and bigger problem in the next few years. Companies, for example, pharma companies, they have to spend a lot of money when the FDA comes and say, hey, show me that this product actually belongs to you. How do you do that? There's so much data they have to collect from their partners, from their suppliers, put all of that in one single place. That's very expensive. It takes a lot of time. And that's one of the most interesting use cases for blockchain that we've been exploring is how do you have all that data in a trusted way without necessarily sharing it? So we, at Ambrosus, we build a decentralized ledger technology where you can store the proof of the data publicly, but the data itself is actually stored by different computers, by different masternodes. They store all of that data privately. And then you can start sharing data with trade partners. You can prove it to the end consumer. When they buy a box of medicine, they can scan it. They know exactly if that's genuine or not, if someone has interacted with the product. So how Ambrosus is different than other blockchain and IoT in the supply chain space technology? First of all, we're trying to build an ecosystem. So a lot of our technology, pretty much everything, the core tech layer is open source. We've released an alpha version of our protocol like 2 weeks ago. It's out there on tech.ambrosus.com. There's the API, there's the data model. You can start already today building applications on top of Ambrosus. And we really, really build on 10 years of R&D experience in the whole IoT space. How do you model sensor data? How do you share sensor data? Having all that information, and we really focus on the developer aspect because our goal is to have one single platform out there that everyone has a stake in, everyone can participate, everyone can start building vertical applications on top of Ambrosus for the food, for the medical, but also other industries, and they can monetize it, they can share, they can build those verticals, and we provide all the building blocks to make that happen. So the real advantage of something like Ambrosus is essentially maintenance cost. Once you have all this infrastructure in place that you can trust, the data is out there, it becomes very, very quick to start building applications, prototyping, without necessarily having to learn all the underlying blockchain technology, because the masternode, every masternode provides a very easy to use, very simple REST API that you can get started to build your prototypes very quickly, very cheaply, and then once you get the gist of it, you can start talking directly to the underlying blockchain. So, thank you very much for your time. We have a stand. Please come to see us. And I'd love to have your feedback and questions. Thanks.